All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. The she be down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Are you clean, crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Yes. Let us talk. I'm going to touch on a topic that may be a little iffy for some, may be a little touchy for others, but I'm going to speak on the union. Not one, not two or three, four, I don't know, however many. I spoke with a former president of the National Association of Letter Carriers from a specific branch in a specific area. 30-year veteran of the post office, as well as a military man. And he gave me some insight on to why the union does what they do, why the shop stewards do what they do, and why things seem like it's unfair. So, we all have a contract. We know about this infamous contract. The contract has a lot of rules and regulations and stipulations in it. And I won't get into the details because I don't want to misquote anything. But union's primary job is to enforce the writing that's in the contract that was negotiated by them and the United States Postal Service. We all agree with that. We all have a feeling, though, that it seems like they're doing nothing or they protect the wrong people, and it seems like we all get the shitty end of the stick. So I'm going to break this down into a few different sections. I may bounce around a little bit just so you could kind of understand. Although it sucks, it is what it is. We feel like our union representatives, our stewards, tend to represent the bad actors. Right. And some of them, can't say all of them, actually feel bad about it. So they know that they have the repeat offenders that for every month you know that they're going to be getting written up for something. Calling out, not scanning, doing whatever it is that they do. Now, utilize this and try to apply this to your own craft. And think about your shop stewards. Some of them tend to fight, you feel, as if for the wrong people. But according to the contract, that is their job, is to enforce the rules and regulations of the contract. The thing is that we, you, me, you, tend to abuse some of those rules in the contract, which when I abuse the rules and regulations that are in the contract, and my shop steward jumps to my defense, and then there's somebody else on the side observing it like, man, that's why y'all even, this guy calls out, 8 times a month and he don't never get in trouble. He never scans, but he don't never get in trouble. Of course, it has to do with the wording, but we're looking at the way they do their thing. And unfortunately, it feels like to some of them that they're basically lawyers that are defending people that they know are guilty. They know that they have this conscience like, man, I got to go and defend you again. And unfortunately, it's part of what they signed up for. They have to defend whoever or represent whoever as many times as necessary, even if they are bad actors. And that's what we see. We see them say, man, damn, man, you're representing Jay, man. Jay don't ever come to work. This dude don't scan. He don't do this. He don't do that. He curses out management. And when let me show up late one time, then all of a sudden I get written up. That's what we see. And we tend to get frustrated with them. And then when we don't have a contract that seems like it's paying all the bills that we need, we get more frustrated with them. And then we say, oh man, when are they going to negotiate things? Get more frustrated with them. Then we say, when was our back pay? We get more frustrated with them. Well, all of this was negotiated in that contract. Some of us need to pick up the book and read the contract. We have to take our own self accountable for our actions. Think about that. We have to hold our own selves accountable, because although the contract is there to protect us, the ones that abuse it make it very difficult for the actual stewards. That some of them want to do the right thing, and some of them feel like they're guilty because they have to keep protecting the people. But that's what they signed up for. So now we're torn between thinking, man, I want to get out of this goddamn contract. I don't even want to pay the union dues, because you feel like they're not representing your best interest. And a lot of us feel that way. And I understand it. But the thing is that without that contract, we would probably not have a job. There are a lot of people that would be jobless. Think about that. There are a lot of people that would be jobless. Now, this plays into what DeJoy is doing. He is coming up with schemes and scams and whatever it is that he wants to do in order to pretty much tie the hands of the union. He'll tie the hands real quick. Somebody asked us, do we have any recourse for them just randomly opening up, a plant or SNDC or LDC in 2 months and not tell anybody? Technically, no, you don't. Because somebody knew something. Whether the union knew about it, which they probably did and didn't say anything, it's because they get bits and pieces of information. And it's their job not to send their people that they're representing into a frenzy. I think they should, but I get it, because look at all the characters that we have working here. You tell one person, hey man, we're probably gonna be moving in 6 months, and you tell the wrong person that, they're gonna make the biggest uproar and stank about it, and then get everybody to rebel. Because we have people like that. Man, you better go and find out, man. We might not have a job tomorrow. I think we should all call in tomorrow. Stuff like that happens. So I don't condone the union holding information from us. I understand it because of the type of people that we have. So it's almost like we've created monsters within. If you think about it, we've created the monsters within. Not we, but the union, the way they protect the people and the people feel invincible, it almost creates monsters. And when the monster can't be contained, they just keep going and going and going. Then you have the other people that are decent workers. They just want to, they just want to get paid well, or whatever the case is. They have the issues behind it. So, I mean, he said he had to step down because of, conflict of interest with his own personal. And I understood it. He said, he felt like he was in there with the same person on a weekly basis, trying to represent. And they, when they don't get their way, or they actually have to get a 7-day suspension, then they curse the union out. Oh, the union ain't the union ain't this, the union ain't that. Well, for the one time that we couldn't protect you because you've had so many letter of warnings and now something's happening, it's kind of on you at this point. So Mr. DeJoy is figuring out ways, my opinion on this, to pretty much tie the hands of the union so that they can only but protect but so many people. And that whole concept of being excessed and people becoming unassigned regulars, it starts putting, once that title goes on you, that means you can no longer say, not my job, not my job. That's not my job. So many people say, not my job, not my job, not my job. And the union has to defend them. Well, technically it's not. But now, once you get that unassigned regular or full-time flexible title in front of your name because you become unassigned because of all these new changes, Now it is your job. So it's a game of cat and mouse, game of chess, and hopefully our people can get it together and somehow figure out something, but who knows? So as much as I dislike, talking about the union and their situations, I side with the people that really don't care for them. And I side with the union because I know that they're there to protect half the people that are screw ups. And that, at the end of the day, is what it is. And when I read the comments, I know, because I can kind of see who's a screw up. You can tell, oh, no, that's what they're supposed to do. Well, that means you're the one that's one of those screw ups that's causing a headache for the rest of us. It is what it is, seriously. So with all that being said, this is just an opinion piece. I mean, I got some information from him and, I'm just sharing that with you. But I want you guys to kind of think about what I said and see if it makes sense to you. If it does, great. If it don't, it is what it is. This is JH. Y'all have yourself a great rest of your day. I'm out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.